With the advent of the case revolution, the automobile industry is entering an era in which the very essence of the automobile is undergoing change and in which the goods and services that support people's lives will be connected by information. In other words, it is necessary to have in mind the concept of connected cities, in which we need to think about things from a broad, car-inclusive, community-wide and society-wide perspective, rather than viewing cars as a separate entity. Against such a backdrop, it has come to pass that Toyota has embarked on a new collaboration with NTT. The reasons for alliance with NTT is related to the following 2 points. 1. Software-first monozukuri. One change that Toyota itself must address is a change in how software is positioned in monozukuri. In conventional product development, the basic approach has been to implement coupled development of hardware and software. However, with the speed of the evolution of software outpacing that of the evolution of hardware, exposed now is the coupled development problem of improvements in product performance and product value being susceptible to the limitations of slowly evolving hardware. In recent years, to secure a degree of development freedom and to improve product competitiveness, the concept of software first, in which hardware and software are separated and software is developed and put to use in advance, has been gaining wider acceptance. In terms of car making, complete redesigns would be when we have our customers replace their cars with new ones upon our updating the hardware and delivering value by doing so. Other improvements such as partial redesigns would be when we offer new functions and new value by updating the software while owners continue to use the same hardware. Easy to understand examples of this can be found in advanced technologies such as advanced driving assist functions, for which software and data are key. By having the basic software first in place, we could collect real-life data to heighten the level of our AI and could then at some point add functions in the form of updates. Things such as this will become possible. Akio Toyoda, CEO of Toyota, believes that becoming able to think of partial redesigns along the lines of software updates will enable Toyota to more fully apply the strengths of its hardware. Akio sees there being 3 strengths to Toyota's hardware. One is durability, the soundness of Toyota's hardware. Next is parts availability, the ease of access to replacement parts. And finally, Toyota has repairability, the ease of repair. If the software is the latest on every occasion and if the hardware is used over a long period of time, these 3 strengths can be demonstrated even more to the fullest. And actually, it is the positive evaluation of these 3 strengths that has led MAS operators, who are our collaborative partners, to choose Toyota vehicles. Another major change necessary for Toyota's rebirth is one that Toyota cannot address on its own. This is the change in the role of the automobile itself. At CES in January 2018, Toyota unveiled the e-Palette. The e-Palette was a new attempt to see what will happen if software engineers at TRI and Toyota Connected made a car. Next, thinking that we needed roads on which the e-Palette could run, came the idea for Woven City. For Toyota, Woven City means changing by 180 degrees how we look at and think about the things around us. Shifting from the conventional notion of, first there are cars and there are houses, let's connect them, to the notion of, a broader concept is to connect cars and houses to the communities in which people live. Akio thinks that accomplishing this means greatly innovating how we work. This is why Toyota is engaging in the creation of a city platform. Through the advance of connectivity and the advance of IoT, cars will become structural elements of the societal system itself. The role that the automobile must fulfill is starting to change. NTT is a partner who can best put to use cars that are incorporated into the societal system. That is because NTT's operations are directly connected to the creation of society. The various forms of infrastructure that construct society are supported by the information infrastructure that NTT provides. Making car making based on software first a reality and building the future of cars linked to the societal system of communities, and then doing so on a corporate scale and undergoing a complete redesign from being a company that makes cars to being a mobility company, that is to say, a company that provides all types of services related to mobility. NTT also implemented a complete redesign to transform the hardware-based business structure of its entire corporate group into one based on software. It constructed platforms for telecommunications and information processing, such as NTT Communications and NTT Data. Furthermore, it established a company responsible for its software operations and, as an integrated information telecommunications company, engaged in a broad spectrum of activities, including the provision of data services and solutions. NTT has endeavored to accelerate innovation. Currently, NTT is leading the world in verification trials and in advanced research related to the creation of communities of the future, such as through its efforts related to smart cities, its I-Own concept, and others. For Toyota to respond to the two changes, the change in how software is positioned and the change in the role of the automobile, and undergo a complete redesign into a mobility company, our alliance with NTT is essential and, in a way, kind of inevitable. 2. Toyota's roots, delivering happiness to all people. Please have a look at this cone-shaped figure. This is a book published by Toyota Motor Company in 1955 titled Toyota. In it, together with the label "What is Toyota?" appeared this cone-shaped figure. At the top is "The Last Wishes of Sakichi Toyoda," which refers to the Toyota precepts. Among those precepts is the spirit of being contributive to the development and welfare of the country. Creating the society of the future requires much energy. In this period of profound transformation, in which it is difficult to see what lies ahead, and because it is a period of yet-to-be-known answers, I believe it is important that private enterprise, with a will to do something for one's own country, rouses itself to action armed with technological capabilities and talented human resources for creating the future. NTT and Toyota both have the spirit of lifting Japan. If we, while surrounded by many friends, are able to build a platform that can support a prosperous life for people, not only would we be able to be useful to society, we would also be able to contribute to raising the presence of Japan in the world. That is what I believe. And along with the last wishes of Sakichi Toyoda, there is also the dreams of the previous president and the manufacturing of a domestically produced car for the masses. A long time ago, cars were once like unattainable objects. Toyota has long made efforts to make cars become objects that anyone can own and that anyone can drive. The same can be said for the telephone. Following the days long ago when it wasn't even guaranteed that each home would have its own telephone, today, whether it be in economically established countries or in countries that are up and coming, we have arrived at an age in which it is a matter of fact that each person has his or her own smartphone or other telecommunications device. Behind the words "car for the masses" is a desire to achieve mass production, meaning a desire to deliver happiness to all people. And people are positioned right in the center of the future that both companies envision. Some people have smiles on their faces. People connected, that is the society of the future for which we are aiming. Toyota's roots are found in delivering happiness to all people. I believe that being able to do this is why we are taking this opportunity to form an alliance with NTT, and I believe that having an alliance with NTT also means that Japan will be able to be useful to the world. Toyota and Hino Motors have agreed to jointly develop a heavy-duty fuel cell truck and to proceed with initiatives toward its practical use through verification tests and other means. Toyota and Hino are determined to take proactive action toward resolving global environmental issues as one of the most important corporate tasks. The two companies have declared ambitious goals to reduce CO2 emissions by 2050 and are developing electric vehicle technologies for widespread use in society. In order to achieve further reductions in CO2 emissions, major improvements will be required in the environmental performance of heavy-duty trucks, which account for about 60% of the total CO2 emissions from commercial vehicles in Japan. For the electrification of commercial vehicles, the optimum powertrain must be adopted to ensure both outstanding environmental performance and just right practicality as a business vehicle in terms of cruising range, load capacity, and other aspects depending on the usage. Heavy-duty trucks are typically used for highway transportation. Therefore, they are required to have sufficient cruising range and load capacity, as well as fast refueling capability. For this reason, fuel cell vehicles that run on hydrogen with its higher energy density are considered effective. Toyota and Hino will further strengthen its partnership and accelerate efforts toward the realization of a hydrogen society. Toyota and Toyota Financial Services launched a cross-group virtual organization, Toyota Blockchain Lab, in April 2019, which has moved forward with initiatives for using blockchain technology, including, to date, verifying the usefulness of the technology through demonstration trials and global collaboration with group companies. Going forward, to further pursue possible uses in a wide range of areas, including supply chains, mobility services, and woven city, and create new value in the future, the accumulation of technical knowledge and promoting solutions for implementation in business is now necessary. In this regard, Toyota Blockchain Lab will expand collaborations more than ever with various partner companies. Background of focus on blockchain technology. The progress of the IoT has connected various things and services through information and brought greater convenience and efficiency. On the other hand, it has increased the importance of responding to security concerns, such as information leakage, tampering, and unauthorized use. In the automotive industry, during a once-in-a-century period of profound transformation, Toyota is aiming to become a mobility company that provides wide-ranging services related to transportation. In realizing this goal to promote making friends both inside and outside of the group, it is important to create an environment where customers who use products and services and various businesses that provide them can connect more openly under safety and security. With features such as highly tamper-resistant and fault-resistant, blockchain technology can realize secure data sharing between various parties by improving the reliability of information. This technology has the potential to support the creation of friends inside and outside the group, and as a result provides more convenient and customized services to customers, business efficiency and improvement, and creating new value that is not bound by existing concepts. Maxar Technologies, a trusted partner and innovator in Earth intelligence and space infrastructure, Japan's leading IT services provider NTT Data Corporation, and TRIAD, Toyota's automated driving software development company, are collaborating on a proof of concept to build automated HD maps for automated vehicles using the highest resolution commercial satellite imagery. The POC demonstrates it is now possible to automatically extract the required map information by analyzing and removing and correcting non-map image pixels such as automobiles, shadows, and occlusions due to the inclination of buildings in satellite imagery. Currently, maps with a relative accuracy of 25 centimeters were created within the 23 wards in Tokyo, as well as 6 cities globally, and were verified to be useful for automated driving purposes. 10 private companies, including Toyota, working to promote hydrogen utilization, have established the Study Group in Chubu, hereinafter Group, to create demand for hydrogen and build a supply chain for stable hydrogen utilization in the Chubu region. This group will take its first effort in Japan to conduct cross-sectional studies in various industries such as energy, oil, gas and electricity, petrochemicals, automobiles, and finance. This group aims for social implementation in the mid-2020s as a stepping stone to realize the roadmap's plan of 300,000 tons of hydrogen annually by around 2030.